All right, here we go. We're gonna get this thing started tonight. Gonna go live with a podcast, Beneath the Surface. Gonna go ahead and get it shared out here. Get a few people in, and we'll be ready to go. Notifying viewers now. Share this out with a few people here and let them get the rest of it started. How's everyone doing tonight? For those of us up in the north, we got a little bit of snow. Nothing too bad. We're used to it. Gonna have Miss Chippersbaits on tonight. Gonna get to know a little bit about her. We're definitely gonna take questions out of the chat and try and make it informative and entertaining at the same time. As always, brought to you by Pretty Lures. You guys can visit them, get everything for your bait making needs. Lots of people starting to show up. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Glad you're here. This is only the second podcast, so still going to have those hiccups and those mistakes, but that's the way it goes. Invite a few more people in here. TRS.
I'm here.
Let's see. Oh, I got to get this set up. I'm going to drop this down to 4 people. Where's my settings? It's not there. It is here. No.
You gonna do the same as last time and drop me down?
Yep. I am. I'm trying to get it set up for the boxes here. Miss Chipper.
What's up?
Let's see here. Why didn't it go? Having trouble with the boxes as usual. What a surprise. Panel grid 4-2. Got it. I knew I'd get it figured out. So, is everybody ready for this? We got about 5 minutes. We'll let everybody get in here, get everything started up. There she is. How are you tonight?
Pretty good. I've been sitting up here painting for a while.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
Good. What'd you get done?
Let's see. If I can get it to hold up right.
There you go. That looks good.
With the purple back, so did that one.
Purple and pink.
I did SpongeBob last night.
I think I seen that. You made a post about it.
Yeah, it turned out pretty neat.
Very cool. That's a good bait to pick up for kids or just to throw on a wall.
Yeah, I've already got people asking for it.
That's never a bad thing, right?
No, everything's always for sale. That's for sure.
There you go.
Did a couple other pretty neat. No, if I got bad lighting or what's going on here.
Sometimes the light just doesn't hit them right. There you go. Now we can see it.
Brown to a black.
Welcome in, Holly. Truck money. Very nice.
Yep.
Well, we're going to get all into how you got started and all the good stuff. So I know everybody knows you paint, but I don't think everybody knows where Miss Chipper came from. So we're going to get into that in the next few minutes. I tried to keep them about a half an hour.
Okay.
If things are going good, by all means, we'll just keep going. And a lot of times, even when the interview itself is done, I keep the live going and I let the chat interact and let other people up into the box. We are going to take some questions out of the chat as well. We'll let them ask you some questions, maybe something they seen you in a live and maybe they didn't get a chance to ask you, or it'll come about as the questions go on here. I try and stick to the questions I got down, but if the conversation's flowing, we're just going to go with it.
Okay.
So,
Sounds great to me.
what's Mr. Chipper up to?
He is in his dungeon working on plastic baits. He's trying to get ready for expo season. So
Yeah, I know he's got the expo coming up. Yeah.
yeah, we're on two totally different floors. He's in the basement and I'm up on top.
There's a lot of people going to that expo. I know Critters Customs is going to be there and a few others, aren't there?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. Cool.
We've done he's done Great Lakes, JDM, and I think National last year. This year I think he's planning on National and JDM, but I'm not sure what other one. He might pick another one.
Okay. I'm going to invite a few more people here. Feel free to do that yourself if you're not seeing some of the people that you think should be in here, like Mr. Chipper.
He's in here.
I think he's in here, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just giving him a hard time. I finally got my new logo hung up,
That is awesome looking.
right? And then I figured out the green screen right after that. So all this is backwards. I am sorry, I cannot do the mirrored. When my hand goes to the left, I want it to go to the left on the screen. When you set it up to where all these words are actually legible,
Right.
it messes me up. So I think I'm going to have this reprinted to
Mhm.
where everybody can see it correctly. But
It's reverse.
yeah, so I got my logo up here in the microphone, and I've got Pretty Lures logo up here in the eye. I know it's small right now. I'm still working on getting a bigger logo for them up here, and then I had some t-shirts made. That way we're looking more official.
So yeah.
But what do you think? You ready to get started?
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you always use a headset? You sound so clear with the headset on.
I constantly have this thing in my ear.
Do you? Okay.
Even at work, I wear it. People, when they come and get pizza, they automatically think that I'm the person answering the phone because I got this on my ear. Yeah.
Well, let's jump into a few things. So I know the answer to this question, but maybe some people don't. What state are you in?
I am in Ohio.
In Ohio. Are you
Yes.
like Central Ohio, Southern Ohio?
We are in a town called Steubenville, Ohio.
Okay.
So we're right on the river.
There's a lot of people from Ohio that are on here.
Yeah.
I get made fun of all the time on Bubba's Live every time I'm in there. People from Ohio pop in, and he's like, "Are you guys just that bored in Ohio?" It's like, well, that or we just fish that much in Ohio.
Yeah, that's very true. There
That's
is.
the fishing's
Fun.
abundant here. There's
Yes.
plenty of lakes and reservoirs, and of course we've got Erie. But even if you can't make it up to Erie, there's plenty of places to go fishing.
Oh yeah, just about anywhere really.
And that's
Most-
something you enjoy doing as well, correct?
Yes, I like
So-
to fish. But my bigger hobby is hunting.
Is
I am
hunting.
the hunter. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I've always done fishing. My grandfather was real big into it, so I was always out by the lake and catching fish and stuff. So it was pretty awesome growing up to have our own pond too. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's always nice. So do you bank fish? Do you boat fish? Is it both?
we've been going to strip ponds here
Okay.
around us lately, that are used for like oil and gas.
Sure.
And there are some pretty decent sized bass in these waters around here.
Good.
Um, Chippers has his on the website, from a strip pond he went to that was over 6 pounds. So
Wow. So
it's
what's your personal best?
3.5 is my
Three,
personal
three and a
best.
half. And that's what you choose or you like to fish for is bass. Is that your main?
I used to catfish when I was younger and stuff, and I hated the waiting part.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wanted to find something that I could fish for that would actually come back after.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I am not a sit and wait type fisherman. There are plenty of cat fishermen out there. There's plenty of fishermen who do the bank and they get their chair set up and their rod holders and their
oh yeah, yeah,
cooler
yeah.
and they hang out right there and they wait for the fish to come to them. And I used to do that when I was younger and once I found the bass fishing, I was on the move. I would go catfishing with buddies at night, and I'd be like, "Well, y'all have fun. I'm gonna go on down here and see if I can find some fish." So,
Yeah.
um, bass fishing is definitely my thing. That is my go-to.
That, and I'd have to say I like to fish for bluegill. Bluegill are
Yeah.
pretty fun because they put up a heck of a fight most of the
Now,
time.
are you more of a catch and release, or do you keep them and cook them
Uh,
up? And
we catch and release mostly.
Mhm.
When I was younger, my grandfather would catch and we would eat them. But
Yeah,
nowadays, no, it's just a catch and release.
yeah. Well, that's cool. That's all I do. I have people all the time ask me, hey, if you catch this type of fish, because I fish on Erie a lot, if you
Yeah,
catch some perch, bring them back. And it's like, I'm not gonna do all that.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
want to catch them
No,
and throw them back.
right?
Yeah. So how long have you been painting? So we're here to talk about lures and things like that. So how long have you been painting?
I've been painting since probably, yeah, either the beginning or end of August.
Of August.
Yes.
So not a super long time. So definitely new to the painting. It looks like you're doing well.
Yes.
But like all of us, I'm sure you've found your problems, your issues, the things that give you the most trouble, or maybe even the things that are the easiest for you. I know a lot of people, maybe they come from more of a art background. So color choices for them are just no brainers. They're no problem. Putting certain patterns on are no problem. But maybe they have the most trouble, doing the clear coat or something like that. I did not come from an art background, so it's all new to me, and I absolutely love doing it. But did you do any kind of art stuff before you started doing this?
I am a bit of a crafter. I
Okay.
do, oh my, I've done diamond paintings, I've done candles, I've
Okay.
done deco mesh reefs, the real expensive reefs.
Okay.
I've done those. What else have I done? I can sew, I can weld. I
Well,
mean, there's a lot of stuff I can do.
that's
So it's
good.
just, it automatically comes to me. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
I usually get something and it's like, I might have a brain fart every once in a while, but the majority of the time, I pretty much know what I'm going to end up with.
Yeah.
Um, it's just my biggest problem ever is holding stencils. Holding stencils, putting them on. I mean, I do watch a lot of other painters. I like to sit and watch other painters
Yep. I think we
to
all do. Yeah.
see, to just see what the different aspects are and what they could come up with. That's the best part of me watching all of you guys
Yeah.
is I can pick and choose from either person or whoever and might incorporate it into this bait or something
That's how
else.
everybody comes up with their style, and I think we all do exactly what you're talking about. You watch different people paint, and you pick up those little tips or tricks. Sometimes people don't have to show you a little tip, or you just notice something you're having trouble with. You're like, oh, I never thought about doing it like that.
Right.
A lot of people with stencils, I know there's two different types of stencils for those who don't know. So there's many stencils, but there is clamp style stencils. So when we're talking about, yeah, you have tons of stencils.
I
When
have
we're
all
talking
kinds of
about
stencils.
a clamp style stencil, that would be more like this right here, right? So you just literally unhinge it, put the bait in there, clamp it together, and you spray your pattern on. And it is that simple. However, they are not the cheapest. You can wrap up a ton of money very fast in those clamp style stencils. So these are more the hold on style, right? So we've all
Yes.
got those hold on style that we use that just kind of cover the bait. Now, this is just my personal opinion. No offense to anybody, however you want to paint. In my opinion, it is a lot tougher to do the freehand stencil, is what we'll call it. Hey, look at that, putting on them shades.
Thank you.
The freehand stencils, because you have to hold them on there. Now, whether you lay your bait down and in a sponge, or, hey, thank you. Lay your bait down in a sponge so that you have a nice flat surface for it, which takes a little longer. You got to dry it, right? And then flip it over. But if you don't have a steady hand, that works really well. So maybe that's a good tip for you. Maybe you have the sponge trick.
I have a sponge. I didn't know to use the sponge till this past week.
Okay. Okay.
So, that's definitely new. I've actually been using a wash rag and holding
Okay.
it into place and stuff. Oh my, I have an abundance amount of paint,
Okay.
and I don't have like a set idea when I go. I pick a color and I'm like, okay, we're gonna see what it turns out to be.
Yeah.
I wing a lot of the way my baits
Appreciate
look.
it. Thank you. Yeah.
Um, oh, what else? My stencils are majority of hold-ons.
Yep.
I have a wider color base now than I did when I first started acquiring other painters paints that they didn't want anymore, so I bought them. And that really started to get me to where I feel I'm making baits better that look more realistic.
Good. Good.
Um, a lot of the new part of mine is, though, I have special eyes in a lot of these here now, and it makes a whole lot of difference what eye you might put in a bait.
Yeah.
or what it's gonna make it look like.
Well,
Um,
I think that's something that people need to understand. You know, it's not all about just putting the stencil on, putting the paint on. It's picking that eye. It's setting on the internet, right? So I've sat on the internet for hours. That looks really good.
that one turned out pretty neat.
Yeah, I've sat on the internet for hours just looking for eyes, because sometimes that eye can make or break a bait, right?
Yes.
So I might put a multicolor eye on there that as it moves through the light, it turns different colors. And all of a sudden, you know, 15 to 20 people want that bait. Whereas if I just went with a plain Jane silver eye, red eye, something like that, it's something that everybody's seen. So sometimes we're going for that unseen to get people's attention. Because like I always say, when I'm making a bait and somebody says, well, that's not even really a natural color, I say, well, guess what? I have to catch the fishermen first. I have to catch the fishermen, and then they can go catch the fish with it. Yep.
I got a lot of them iridescent light or iridescent eyes.
So if you had to guess, and I know this is a hard guess, how long do you think a bait takes you? Like a bait that you have sitting right there in front of you. How many hours do you think you put into that one bait to take it from a blank through clear coat and ready to go?
It would probably one at a time, one a day.
One a day, just one bait. Does
Hmm.
it take you 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours?
Probably about 6 hours.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so the reason I ask that question is we have a lot of people in here who are bait makers, but then we have a lot of people who are our clientele, the people who want to purchase these from us. And I think sometimes that slips through the cracks how long it actually takes to do one of these baits. If I'm doing a simple, you know, faded pattern, let's say just a black and silver with a typical eye, I can probably do one of those in 2 to 4 hours. Just depends, you know, if I have any troubles or mistakes that I have to fix and stuff like that, because we all have that issue. It could be a bait that you've done 100 times over and over, and the airbrush spits at the bait, and all of a sudden you've got splatter where you didn't want it. You're trying to do a fine fade in it, and it can get aggravating. I got quite aggravated the other day. I was doing a bait that I had been putting off for a long time, and I got started on it, and I went to take it off of the helping hands, and I dropped it. It smacked up against the helping hands, scratched it up, smeared my pattern, and I had to put it down. I was good. I had to give it a break. That one aggravated me pretty good. So I'm sure you've been there.
Yeah, yeah. I've done some baits that I really liked, and clear coats. My clear coats come out wrong sometimes.
Do they? Do they?
Yeah,
What?
normally we use KBS.
Okay.
I really do like the way that KBS
Is that a spray or a dip?
a dip,
A dip. Okay.
but we don't dip them. We actually brush the clear coat
Okay.
on
Mm-hmm.
normally. Um, having problems keeping KBS is the issue.
Yeah.
Every time you open that can is the less time you have it. So I try to do an abundance of baits all at
Yep.
once.
Yep.
So when I have clear coat, it's 25 plus baits, and I'm
Okay.
only I'll go through it the first time, and then I do a second coat. Now he has me started with BSI. He sent BSI up to my desk, so
Yeah.
that's what I've been doing here
How do
lately.
you like the BSI? That's my clear coat. That's what I use.
I like it. my biggest issue is where my desk
Mhm.
is dependent on the weather outside, how
Okay.
cold it is. Because my desk is literally, I'm right up against a window.
Okay.
So, up here, the windows are thinner,
Yep.
per se. So, being this cold outside, like I have my own heater up here, my own air conditioner up here,
There you go.
everything ready because it can be very cold at times.
Yep.
So
So, for those of you who don't know, that BSI has to be in that, I think it's 67 to, I believe, 72 range in temperature. So it has to stay there.
yeah,
Right in that temperature, you start to get flaws. You start to get bubbles, or you start to get runs, or it's too thick to start with. It's too thin. It can be temperamental. And I just want to mention, for anybody who doesn't know, you can get the BSI. You can always visit Pretty Lures. If you head over to Pretty Lure and check out what they have an abundance of stuff for your bait making needs. May it be the hooks, the clear coats, the blanks. They have it all. So don't forget about them and head over and check them out. And if you didn't know, by the end of the podcast today, they will be doing a free giveaway. Somebody in the chat is going to get that free giveaway. You'll receive a QR code. You'll receive a code to use over at Pretty Lure. If you're a bait buyer, you're not a bait maker. Barrett Baits is going to get you a custom bait. So even if you're not a bait maker, we're going to get you a custom bait for free. So don't forget to check them out. So you switched to BSI, and it seems like you're kind of on the fence. Thank you.
I think where my desk is not a great idea for BSI.
Okay.
Because the temperature range it has
Yep.
to be in.
Yep.
I would have to run a space heater pretty much all day to keep that temperature for that to
Yeah.
fully work for me. And I cannot have that smell on the main floor of my house because of the kids.
Yeah.
So
I don't think BSI has much of a smell. I know
KBS
a lot
does.
of the
KBS is bad.
Yeah, a lot of the automotive, a lot of those they should basically be done outside, especially if it's a spray type automotive clear coat. My goodness. I know one person who does a lot of automotive spray like that, and they have a massive air filter and filtration system to blow it all straight out the window. And even at that, the smell is in the house. It just happens that way. So answer me this. How did you get into painting?
Well, Chip started about 2 years ago into the plastic baits, and I couldn't get into helping him with that. I really couldn't, and it does take a lot of time and is very meticulous per se. So the biggest idea came from there is a bait we use around here. Trying to think. KC Twitcher is what
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
So we originally bought balsa wood, and I was whittling the wood down to get to make a KC Twitcher or a couple other different things.
All
So I wanted to start there, and then it kind of dropped off, and I forgot about it. And then about end of June, Chip ended up he ordered most of the stuff for his desk to start his desk and
Gotcha.
get him started. And so then I'd sit and I'd watch him, and I'd sit down there and I'd tape bills and tape bills and tape bills, and I'm like, when are you going to get up from that desk and let me try this?
So it was basically just watching someone else do it that got you into it.
My biggest thing is I learn hands-on. So if I sit and watch somebody do something for so long, I end up picking it up and I can do it. It's either fail or fall for me.
Yep.
And 90% of the time it's I make it.
Yeah. So somebody in the chat down here says a heat gun will help you fix some of that BSI stuff, and they are absolutely correct. So heat affects it pretty quickly. So like me, if I'm getting lots of bubbles, things like that, or maybe even a small dry spot, you can actually take a hairdryer on high or a heat gun. If you're going to use a heat gun, stay pretty far away. I mean, you know, those things get super hot super fast.
Right.
So a hairdryer on high will loosen up that BSI again. Even if you're putting the BSI on and you're getting those strings off the brush because it's starting to that 2-part epoxy starting to harden up, you can hit it with that hairdryer and heat it all back up, and it will let it run down and it will let you brush out those air bubbles again. And sometimes it'll even pop them for you. So heat
I'll have
gun's
to
a
try
great
that.
idea. Hairdryer, heat gun. Yep. So I got to ask this question. Controversial question.
Okay.
Who's your favorite bait maker? Do you have a favorite bait maker? You can't say Chipper. You can't say Chipper. I'm just going to take that out of the equation. You can't say Chipper.
I do have a favorite bait maker, and
Okay.
I watch him pretty frequently all
Good.
the time.
Good.
And he is somebody that puts a smile on your face even if you're having a bad day.
All right.
Sick and Twisted Baits is
Sick
one
and
of my
twisted.
most favorite, and he's actually pretty close to us.
Good. Good.
So hoping to get to meet him one day would be a big thing for me.
There you go. It can be controversial, and it's one of those questions I like to ask because we all have that favorite painter, and sometimes people don't know that some of these other painters are out there. I bet if we ask the chat right now how many people knew of Sick and Twisted, you know, if they're from a group that isn't usually like in your live or like my live, I don't see Sick and Twisted in there a whole lot.
Right.
And it's not that there's any particular reason why. It's just everybody kind of groups up and they kind of stay there. And that's some of what this is about, is to get people's names out there, let people know. I actually had a bait maker recently who now wants to join up in the auction community. And he's like, yeah, I have trouble figuring out, you know, where to get stuff and where to do stuff. So I figured I'd join up with you because there's only what 10 or 20 of you. And I was like, oh my gosh, no, there is hundreds. There are hundreds of people out there. If you guys didn't know, you need to really use your search bar and start searching just fish talk, custom lures, things like that, and you will find hundreds of different people, and there's new ones showing up every day. It's one of the only communities where we all try to support each other, and we all definitely basically you help groom your competition, right? So Chipper's helping you. Chipper started first, now he's helping you. Not that you guys are really competition, but I'm sure there's some competition in the house.
He can do the more realistic to
Yep.
where I cannot touch that at all. I
Well,
cannot even touch that. I'm not no good at doing realistic. I
there
can
are,
do your off the wall, no
yep,
problem.
yep. There are people out there who are extremely good with the realism. Um, John Ward is amazing at doing some of those realistic baits down to the different colors underneath and the little, speckles throughout the cheek lines, and he's just amazing at it. And then you've got like TRS Baits. TRS
Yeah.
does amazing, and one of her favorite colors. If you've ever seen her paint, I can pick one of her baits out anywhere. One of her favorite colors is purple. She likes to do the purples and the blacks, but she can also mix it up and get it to that realism. But everybody has a preference on what they like to do. What entertains them while they're painting. So.
Usually I sit here. This is my laptop. I
A
watch TV
galaxy!
shows.
Sick and twisted with a
Thank
galaxy.
you. Usually I sit here and watch like Walking Dead or something
Yes.
that is, and I'll sit here and I'll watch it as I'm doing these baits.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes some of the ideas come from watching things or oh, virtually seeing it, pretty much.
Yeah. So that's another thing. People get what I call painter's block. Right? You're sitting there, you
Yes.
can't figure out what you want to do. The last person I talked to, which was Hillbilly Fish Slayer, he said, one of his ways to get out of that painter's block is he'll go driving around and see the billboards and the gas station signs, and it really can help your mind settle into what colors can go together, and maybe give you a great idea for a bait. So what's something you do when you're sitting there and you're like, what am I going to do with this bait? I don't want to do it just a two-tone color. I can't figure out what I want to do. What's one of the things that gets rid of your painter's block? Is it watching somebody else? Is it going out into the world and seeing what there is?
Actually, it's my kids. I'll look at my kids
Okay.
and I'll be like, pick a color. Pick a
Okay.
color.
Yeah.
Pick 2 colors, pick 3 colors. Let's see what we can come up with. And
Yep.
they'll give me a set and I just try to go with it.
Those are the
Yeah, it's
colors you have to use.
sink or swim, really.
Yep. So a few bait makers have gotten together, and they just kind of do it whenever, but they're doing. It's a paint off, but it's not like, oh, you're in first place, you're in second place, you're in third place. But basically, they get together. There'll be 4 or 5 of them, and the chat picks the colors. And let me tell you what.
I think I've seen some of this, and I really would like to watch more, but that's usually the night I work.
The
So,
chat picks some oddball colors, right? So it's colors that you would never put together, and then it is amazing to see these guys. Out of 5 people, you come up with 5 different baits. They all have the same color, but they're all in their own way. If it's pink, gold, and brown, one of them just has a brown kill dot. The other one has the brown belly. And it's really neat to see how everybody's mind works with the exact same colors, and most of the time, very similar baits. It's really cool to see. So what's your favorite bait color?
I'm an orange and a purple.
Orange. Yes. That's my favorite color.
Yeah. I like to dabble with orange an awful lot.
There you go. Yeah.
And
So
of course purple because I gotta be Halloween.
what about paint brand? Do you have a favorite brand that you use? Or is it just, it really doesn't matter to you as long as they mesh together well?
I I like my expensive paints,
Okay.
but I have better bait turnout and colors with off the wall Amazon stuff.
Okay.
So Chipper bought me I think it was like a 52 count of different colors.
Yep.
Rhino Wisdom, it's Stealth. There's a
I have
couple
some.
other ones that have, yeah,
Yep.
it works just as good.
Hobby Lobby it's just called airbrush paint. And as a matter of fact, it was Chipper that told me about it, and he said he was using it. And I thought, what the heck? I'm going to give it a try. And the pigment in that paint is really good. It's ready to spray. So anybody in the chat who doesn't know, not all of these paints are ready to spray. So to put them through the airbrush, they have to be a certain consistency. And the way I was explained is it's about the consistency of milk, right? So you could get some of these paints where when you go and take the bottle and you shake it, it doesn't really move. And we
No.
have to thin that down. We have to get it to the right consistency to be able to spray it through the brush. And it's as easy as it sounds, but it's also harder than it sounds. You get that too thin and it just splatters and runs and it can really give you a hard time. Too thick, and all you do is sit there and fight with your airbrush for an hour, probably before you just give up.
Yeah, I ran into that problem before
Yeah.
jumping on. I've been sitting here painting, and my go-to airbrush is not happy right now.
Okay, so that's a good one right there. What is your go-to airbrush? And before we answer that question, we are at the 30-minute mark. Are you comfortable? You want to keep going?
Yeah,
Everybody
I'm
in the
good.
chat, good? Give us a thumbs up in the chat if you want to keep going. And I am going to mention again, don't forget to go over to Pretty Lures. Check out Pretty Lures. They actually do have a new paint. We were talking about paints, and it is New World paint. This is a ready to go straight through your airbrush. So you can hear that one shake up. It does have the bead inside of it to shake it up. They do have some of them are called impenetrable. So basically it is, you don't need a base coat. You can just go ahead and spray that as your base coat. So you don't need an undercoat. You don't need a white or a black or whatever you're trying to put down for your undercoat. You can just go ahead and put that straight on, and it works really well. The one thing about it that some people like and some people dislike is it does dry fast. So we like the fact that it dries fast because it dries on the bait quick and we can move on to our next step. The only issue with that is you get what we call dry tip. So in the end of your airbrush is a very tiny nozzle. And if that tip gets dried out, it will not let the paint continue to come through it. So you can find all that right over at Pretty Lures. Make sure and go check them out. What's your favorite airbrush?
Well, I originally started
Thank
with
you.
Harbor Freight brand.
Yep.
I originally liked the weight of that one. I like mine to be a little bit heavier, I guess.
Okay.
So I had the Harbor Freight one, and then Chipper, I don't know. I went through quite a few airbrushes, and I don't know if everybody can see that, but that's what I have. I have it in two different colors. My red one is my 3, and my black one is my 5.
Are they the Black Widow brand?
No, they're
No. Okay.
Neoco airbrush.
Okay.
I'm gonna say an Amazon special. is pretty much where we've gotten most of our stuff. But that would have to be about my favorite right now,
Okay.
even though my red one's not working.
Have you ever tried? There are people. So let's get this out of the way. There are people who love the more expensive brushes, right? They go for the more expensive brush and that's all they'll use. And then you've got other people who the cheaper the better. And if you ask me, as long as that airbrush is working for you, that's what you should use. It doesn't matter if it's a Masters or the Harbor Freight specials all the way up to the Iwatas and stuff like that. When you start to get up there, and there's others that just aren't coming to mind right away. I'm sure people in the chat can put down some airbrushes that they like to use, but you can really wrap up some money in those airbrushes. And some people swear by the airbrush they use, but for me, it's kind of like when you go fishing. If you're not catching fish, you always go back to that confidence bait, right? That one you know catches fish, and you fish it better, right? You throw it with more confidence and you swim it with more confidence, so you tend to catch fish with it. Same thing with the airbrush. When you're confident in that airbrush, you know, it's like going out and buying a new one and starting to go to town on a bait, and it's like, why isn't this coming out right? Why is there a run there? And that aggravation starts to set in, and you're going to go back to your confidence airbrush, right? That, at least that's me all day long. So
Yeah.
So do you do auctions?
I do auctions on occasion. It depends on
Okay.
when I'm off work. And right now we're trying to get ready for expo season. So a lot of what I'm making now I would like to take to the expos, because you
Yep.
make a heck of a lot more at a show
Yep.
than doing it across the live or something.
Sure.
So I'm getting a lot of stuff ready right now for expo season. But
Okay.
yes, I do auctions,
Okay.
and I like doing auctions. Auctions are very fun.
I think they're exhilarating. So you do auctions. You don't do them very often. Is there an auction that you're usually in that you'd like to give them a shout out and maybe get people to go over there and take a look at them?
I usually am in Danny's on Fridays. Danny
Okay.
Rainbow.
Okay.
Think that one starts at 7?
Okay.
Not exactly sure. It's been a while since I've been in it, but yeah, that's a pretty good one.
There you
And
go.
Mr. Swamp Roosters on Saturday.
Swamp Roosters on Saturday. There you go. If you didn't know, there's a couple auctions for you to go check out. There's probably an auction every night of the week, if not 2 or 3 on the same night. So make sure you guys are wandering around and seeing what's out there. S&J and Papa Woody do one on Sunday. I know they do that because Papa Woody works an odd shift. And I know you're a shift worker too, correct?
Yes.
So she actually took the night off to be with us here. So we appreciate that.
You're welcome. Yeah, usually I'm slinging pizza right now.
Doing the pizza thing. I recently started doing the DoorDash thing.
Oh yeah, I do that too.
I'll tell you what, it's not disappointing. It's not
disappointing. It's just the
Yeah.
miles on your car.
That's right. So
That's the biggest problem.
yeah, well, the miles were going to go on the car anyway. I'm a go person. I am not a sit-at-home person anyway. So if somebody doesn't give me something to do, I will go out and aimlessly drive to begin with. I don't care. Just get me out of the house. So let's get a serious answer out of you. Are you ready for this one?
Sure.
All right. If you could give one piece of advice to maybe a new painter or just in general, a good piece of advice that sticks in your head from somebody, what would that be?
Hmm. That's I could say a lot on that. Um, just because something knocks you down doesn't mean you can't get back up.
There you go. That's a good one. Lots of people go with the patience thing as well. You know, don't run out of patience. And if you want to learn how to have patience, just go ahead and ask for them. It'll give you things to be patient about. It'll teach you how to be patient. It won't just hand it over. So what would be your dream or goal? And that could be like in the bait making community or just in general. Maybe you want to own your own restaurant, something like that. But what would be a dream or a goal? Would it be to own a shop, run a charter boat, to just do bait making full time?
Definitely bait making. It's Chipper's business. I run underneath him.
Okay.
I'm not great at the whole politics thing and stuff, so I let him take care of that.
There you go.
I would like to become a famous one
Yeah.
if I could.
Yeah. I think that's what we'd all like to do. Outdoors with Tiny. How's it going? That would be a dream for me. Sit here, paint baits, go fishing whenever I want.
Right?
And I think when a lot of guys first get into painting, that is like, appreciate it. That is one of the things that instantly pops into your head. You're like, man, I could do this all the time if I could just. But here's, in the end, you have to be able to pay the bills. The last guy I had on here, Hillbilly Fish Slayer, this is what he does full time. This is all he does. He does his fishing and he paints lures. But there's one thing that I cannot forget from the interview with him is he says he goes fishing all the time. And he catches more fish than his family could ever eat. And he takes that extra fish and he gives it to the shelters so that they can feed people, that's just amazing, So he's actually living his dream. So it is possible. It is possible. And I know Chipper's been doing a lot of it. He does the plastics, the hard baits, the 3D printing, and I'm sure you help him with all that stuff. So what is something else that you do a lot of that maybe people don't know? So we know you make baits and we know that you help Chipper with a lot of his stuff, but what's something you personally do that you enjoy? And I'm just going to throw this out there. Is it crocheting?
Yeah, actually it is. I like to sit. I could sit and watch whatever and do that at the same time. Anything else takes my attention span
Yep.
off of what I'm trying to do. But crocheting is definitely one of my most favorite things to do. Last year, around November, I started in November, I did 4 twin size comforters crochet.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, I did four twin size blankets. It was pretty awesome. So each of my kids have one, my parents. Yeah.
Wow. I guess I don't have the patience for it, but it's got to be something that you like to do, right?
Yeah.
Somebody who doesn't enjoy fishing and bait making is not going to sit here for the hours that we do and make all these baits and spend the thousands on the paints and the brushes and the compressors and the the filter boxes and the lights and the eyes. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this that people don't realize. And that's the whole point of talking to everybody, is to kind of get that out there as to what it takes. And I'll say it just like this. I've said it in a few of my posts, what it takes to make these baits come to life, right? That's what everybody's looking for. We want to pull people out of the big stores, and we want them to come to us because we can make you exactly what you want. And let me tell you, I am the first to admit it, and I'm not afraid to give somebody else business. So if somebody asks for a specific lure that I have never done and I'm not confident about doing it, I'm not afraid to send them over to TRS or to Bubba or Lauren or S&J or Chipper, just because I've seen them do that type of work before. And it's like, you know what? I think you would be a little more, it would be quicker and maybe more satisfying if you let one of these guys do it. Who, you know, when it comes to walleye baits, you can go over to Lauren's Lures, and he does walleye baits all the time. Now, another new painter is Holly in North Waters. They do a lot of the walleye stuff and jigs and stuff like that. Holly's the painter, and I think North Waters is the jig maker. So, but yeah, anyway. What else do we got here? So when you go fishing, do you always fish freshwater, or do you go saltwater as well?
Usually freshwater. I think I've only been to a saltwater place a handful of times. I haven't left Ohio very much, so
Okay.
it's one of them things stuck here.
I've left, but I you don't always get the opportunity to go fishing, right?
No.
Many people go on vacation different places, but a lot of times you're on vacation with the family and the whole family doesn't fish, so you miss out on it. I've went deep sea fishing, saltwater fishing one time, and the one thing I wanted to do was not just go fishing for the snapper and stuff like that everybody likes to eat. I wanted to go peacock bass fishing. I wanted to go, the name leaves me, striper? No. Anyway, they do a lot of fishing down there. They say it's a lot like the bass fishing. But I didn't get a chance to do any of that. The whole family wanted to go out on the boat. So, there you go. Snook. Thank you, sir. Snook is a very aggressive fish. It's like bass fishing. You use the top water and the plastics and stuff like that. So I definitely understand about not being able to get out there and do what you want to do all the time, even though you're on vacation and you're in the right areas.
Right.
So tonight was definitely sponsored by Pretty Lures. Also, Miss Chipper Baits. So don't forget to go check out Miss Chipper Baits. She does posts. She does some auctions sometimes, but a lot of their work does go into the, I want to say fairs. It's not fairs. The trade shows.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of their work goes into the trade shows. But we are going to do a giveaway. Don't forget to check out me, Uncle Corey's Lures, right? I do
Right.
lures too. So we are going to do a giveaway. Is everybody ready for the giveaway? And it will be brought to you by Pretty Lures. I have to keep bringing this sticker up. I promise. Look at that. She's getting all the cool
Thank
gifts.
you.
That's awesome. Definitely send them over to her. Eventually, we're going to have a big logo up here, Pretty Lures, and you don't have to keep looking at my pretty little sticker. We're going to do random number generation again. So I won't even get on that subject. We're going to do a random number generation. You want to give me a hand, TRS? Let's bring her up here.
Thank you.
If I can find her. There she is.
And I'd have to say my favorite bait to paint is the wee shad. I like to do the wee shads.
Yeah?
For the most part, the smoothed bodied ones, because you can do just about anything.
Yeah. So we're going to do this giveaway and then we'll jump right back into it. Don't go anywhere after the giveaway. We're going to take questions out of the chat, right? You guys are going to get to ask Miss Chipper Baits the questions you would like to know the answers to. And
How many people do we have? 36?
36. She's going to do a random number generation. It's whoever has that number that I see first.
Well, let's do this. 0, 0. I'm going to clear it out. 1 through, whoops, 36. Ready? You see it?
Yep.
All right. Generate. Oh!
It is 36. Why are my numbers not popping up? Of course it's not. It only went to 28. Won't show me anymore.
28, 29, 30, 36. If you keep counting down, 36 would be road cone.
Yes, it is. Road cone. Road cone wins the giveaway from Pretty Lures. And he is a bait maker. So
Soft plastics, right?
he is, yeah. So you'll have two choices. They're going to get with you and they're personally going to send you a code. And you can use that code over on their site. If there's nothing in there that you would be interested in, you're going to get a custom bait from Barrett Baits. So congratulations. Sorry about the little hiccup there. We try and do this as fair as possible. There's always room for a little bit of error, but I think it's the best way to do it. And we're going to keep doing it that way. So brought to you by Pretty Lures. Appreciate Pretty Lures. They jumped right in to help me out as soon as I started this thing. Thank you, sir. They jumped right in to help me as soon as I started this thing. First episode hadn't even aired. And I got to thank the people in the chat, Miss Chipper Baits, TRS, and a lot of other people. I could name names all night long that have helped me get this thing off the ground and keep it going. If it wasn't for you people in the chat, there'd be no reason for any of us to be here. So we truly appreciate everything you do, taking the time out of your life to jump in here and hang out with us. We are family, we are friends, and we all stick together, and just glad to have you here. So we're going to drop TRS back down here. Thank you so much for your help.
No problem.
Thank you, Pretty Lures.
Disconnect. There we go. So this usually goes pretty quick. A lot of questions will pop up right away. Who has a question for Miss Chipper? May it be, maybe you have a statement for her as far as with her clear coating. That can always help as well. What expos are you planning to be at from Outdoors with Tiny?
We will be at Nationals in Columbus and the JDM, as far as I know. We might
Perfect.
pick another one, but we usually post if we're going to what expo we're going to closer to.
Okay. Skeeter says, what got you into painting your own lures? I think she kind of went over that, but we'll let her explain it again.
Competition with the old man too.
I can do better.
It's definitely tempting, but he's got me on the realism.
Very nice. And she already said, do you have a dream fish to catch? That one's from Pretty Lures themselves.
Probably a smallmouth.
They're fun.
Yeah.
You've never caught a smallmouth yet?
I've never caught a smallmouth.
You will think that thing is 8 pounds and it'll weigh 1 pound. Those things fight like crazy. I've had the chance to catch a couple small ones out here. I have caught nothing big when it comes to smallmouth. But the ones I did, I'm like, oh, that's gotta be 5-6 pounds. And you get that thing in and they fight so hard. It is.
Yeah.
You've got to get out there and you've got to catch one. Chipper, that's your goal. Take her out to catch a smallmouth. Pound for pound, best fighters from North Waters. That was a good question. How about a bait? Like, there are a lot of baits out there, and some of them get pretty pricey. Do you have a bait that you wish you had in your hands to paint? Like one of the Hinkles or some of these bigger, expensive glide baits? Because you said you really like painting the wee shad, correct?
Yes. I like that medium-sized bait. I'm not crazy about doing something great big because
Okay.
I already have a hard time doing patterns and stuff.
Yeah.
So I try to stick to the wee shads and smaller.
So your favorite overall is the wee shad. Is that the smooth or textured foiled?
Usually just the smooth.
Just the smooth, just that white body to start with, no foil, nothing like that.
Nope.
So do you ever incorporate glitters or anything like that into your epoxies or your paints?
No, I have never thought of doing that. Like I said, a lot of my paint is cheap paint.
Okay.
But recently, within like the last month, I did buy a lot of paint off of another painter, which
Okay.
gave me a larger spectrum of coloration to do.
Okay. Cool. Keep them questions coming out of the chat. If you guys want to know, make sure you're asking her. So I started putting glitters in, and I only do it once in a while, but I will take your typical just glitter. This is from, I think it's from the dollar store. And I will mix that in with my epoxy. And then I will epoxy the bait. And that glitter comes out in there. Now, maybe somebody else has the answer, but every time I put this, I have purples and yellows and pinks and blues. Every time I put this in my epoxy, it just comes out glitter. It doesn't come out purple glitter. It doesn't come out pink glitter. It just comes out glittery. So maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I was expecting when I bought these different colors of glitter, oh, this one's going to have orange glitter to it. And I mean, in the end, glitter's glitter. It has all different colors throughout it, but I wanted those specks to actually show up as the orange or the pink or the blue. So hang on, I seen a good question.
I knew that was it was coming.
Did it go away? There it is. Who's the better painter in the house? You or Chipper?
Chipper's the better painter.
Oh, that's just to save the argument.
No, he can do a lot more things to a bait than I can.
Okay.
I usually sit here and get flustered, and I am that mom with bad words.
Okay.
Let's just say that, and I will. It's horrible.
There's the answer to my question. Somebody said, Road Cone says, try getting a high heat glitter because it won't bleed. That's exactly what's happening. I mean, that two-part epoxy, that BSI, once you put them together, they get hot. That's what causes that reaction for it to harden up. So maybe that's what I'll have to do. There you go. That's a question I forgot about. I got lost in my own little world. Where can people find you to get your lures if it's not on an auction site and it's not at the events?
I am on TikTok, but Chippers has a website, and you can message him, and he will get it to me.
Good question, Pretty Lures. Oh, I'm trying to get to them all here, guys.
I'm trying to... That's weird. I don't have none of his business cards up here.
Tim,
I have them everywhere else.
Tim says they make glitter especially for resin. Okay, I'll have to look into that. See, great. This is what I mean. When you ask the questions in the lives, you get the answers. It's like having a dictionary right at your disposal. I started using glitter, different sizes and such, like the old school Fred Young, big O lures. There you go.
Can you pin that, Uncle Corey? The Chipper Baits, that's his website.
Oh, I gotta find it here. I was trying to, there it is. Well, I should be able to. Anybody who doesn't know me yet, you know me now. I am not the greatest with the live. I think you can only pen when it's just you. Just
okay.
You can't have any guests or do anything like that. We will shout it out. Chipper Baits. .square.site. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Chipperbaits.square.site. Everyone is learning. That's right. What is your favorite bait to fish with? Swamp Witch wants to know.
I like the KC Twitcher.
I kind of figured you were going to say that. You said you were trying to make them, carve them out of the balls of wood and everything.
We call them herb baits. That's what we call them. We call them herb baits. I love fishing with that thing. We went to a strip pond. It's been a couple years ago, and we went out at night. Got out there right before it got dark and everything. It was like every 15, well, it wasn't even 15 minutes. It'd be like every couple minutes I'd be like, got one. And I probably caught every bit of 47 fish in a 3-hour span.
And now it's your confidence bait, right? When you're
Yes,
not catching anything,
that is
that's
my
what you
bait
pick
to
up.
go to. Yes, that is my go-to bait. If I'm
You're-
not catching something, I know there's a problem.
Yep. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up here, guys. Give me a second. Thanks for that information, Rainbow. He says, can't pin with 2 boxes. I figured that. And Road Cone says the same thing. That was what's your favorite?
Thank you, Thumb Candy.
Well, there we go. We got quite a few questions out of the chat. You got some answers. I got some answers. So let me ask you this. What's your biggest problem when you're trying the BSI right now? Is it all your temperature, you think? Like
That's
being by that window? And so when you're mixing it up, you put your 2 parts in. Are you completely measuring it or are you eyeballing it? I'll tell you what I do. I eyeball it. I use small
eyeball
cups. So some people say plates. I use cup. Exactly. So now, for those of you who don't use BSI, or maybe you don't do custom baits at all, this stuff dries really quick, right? It's a 30-minute cure, but you've only got about 5 minutes to get it on the baits, right? So
yeah.
3 if you're really quick or they're small baits, but 2 confidently, right? So I start off, you've got this little circle right here in the bottom, and I don't measure, but I will fill that circle. It's about the size of a quarter, right? So I'll put my first part right on top of there, and then I'll put my second one right on top of that puddle. That is how I measure. And I will show you my baits, I feel, come out very well. And I will tell you, I have not had anybody message me and say, hey, your clear is not dried on. I had one person, and I ended up sending them a free bait, and I think it got a crack in the back of it. It was the Whopper plopper, right? So they all come with that tail on it. So you're trying to get it right in between that tail so that you can finish the clear coat. He said it was after he caught 40 bass. And I'm not saying that just because, oh, my lures caught 40 bass. He showed me pictures of this. He said for whatever reason, they were on that bait that day. And after 40 of them, half of the paint was missing off of one side. And I apologized for it and I sent it back. But this is the 2-part epoxy. This is the resin part. You can see how full that is, right?
Looks like he'll be getting hold of pretty lures.
Always. So you've got this one. I always keep a spare on hand, but yes, I always have another bottle somewhere. But this is how much of that hardener I have left, and I started using them at the same time. And you can see there's a whole lot more hardener than there is resin. And that's all from doing it by eye. Now, I know there's guys out there, they literally measure it in cc's and a little, it's not a needle, but you know what I mean, a plunger thing. They will measure it to the exact, and their baits look great. But mine look good too, and I do it all by eye. And I've talked to other bait makers who do the same thing I do. And they always end up with more hardener than epoxy. So it sounds like you're measuring the same way I do. I was just seeing if I could help you out a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I pretty much.
How many times have you used the BSI? Because you said normally you're doing the, I'm sorry, KBS?
Yes.
Okay.
The last 2 times I've cleared, I've used BSI.
Okay.
Besides that, it's been KBS.
Okay, so you've used BSI twice.
Mm-hmm.
You should be having mistakes. Going from one thing to the other. When I started using BSI, Bubba's Custom Lures is the one who got me started in painting. And it was Rainbolt. It was Danny and Cindy Rainbolt. I was in there live. This will be a little bit of a story, but I was in there live and I hung out in there quite a bit. And they had these crystal roses that they had posted. And I'm like, I want some of those for my wife. And they said, it's not us, it's TRS and Bubba's Custom Lures. So that's how I met him. And then I hung out in their lives all the time. He got me into painting. And when I first started BSI, I thought, I'm never going to get this. I had bubbles. I had dry spots. It would run, you hang the bait, and a lot of guys use turners now. But I would hang the bait, and when it get done, it'd have this bubble on the end of it. So it takes a minute to get used to, but I would say, don't give up on it. I like the shine and the durability of the BSI. Everybody, it is such a controversial subject, right? Because if you're a UV person and that's all you've ever used, you're UV through and through. You're like, my UV is way better than that other stuff. I'm a BSI guy and I feel the same about the BSI. So there's always an argument when it comes to what clear coat to use. But if you just started using BSI, I would keep after it. You may be better with the BSI than you are the KBS. And Chipper that's what he prefers to use, isn't it?
Whatever he uses is what I generally have to use.
Whatever he uses, you're using, right?
Yes. He is the brains to this operation. I just paint. I paint, I help him with other things with the business, but other than that, this is his show.
There you go. Well, it will not be long. We're going to have Chipper Baits on here. We're going to have Rainbolt says, I investigate clear systems. There you go.
Yeah.
You want to know more about that? I'm sure he posts about it. Rainbolt does a lot of posts, step by step, and painting, clear coating, stuff like that. Critters Custom Tackle, welcome in. We were just talking about him as well. That's kind of it for me as far as questions. I'm going to open up the boxes and let people come on up in here. If you guys want to get in here and chat with us a little bit, you're more than welcome. I understand if you're busy, Miss Chipper, and you got some things you need to jump off and do. But usually when we start letting people up out of the chat into the boxes, we get some good conversation going. So, if everybody's ready for that, I'm ready for that.
You asked me what my favorite bait maker was. My favorite bait painter was you.
Me?
Yes. I have a ton of your lures.
You did buy quite a few.
I do have quite a few of your lures.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm humbled by that. I really appreciate it.
I have one pretty much from everybody, but yes, my favorite ones are yours.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think everybody's doing that. They're collecting them from kind of everybody. If I didn't have this big sign behind me, you'd be able to see I have a whole wall of baits back here.
I have one more, and I bought a whole set. Actually, I didn't buy it. Chipper bought it for me. But I have the Nightmare Before Christmas set from JM.
JM, he's a good painter.
I have his whole set of NBC, Nightmare Before Christmas. I bugged him and bugged him. I bugged him for weeks on that. And I called Chipper. I was like, he's got these posted. I want them. We have to get these.
I remember when he did those. I think when Halloween came around, everybody kind of jumped into the Halloween baits. I haven't seen as many Christmas baits. So come on, guys. Let's get on with the Christmas baits here. Christmas is my time of the year.
I am a Halloween person. I'd have to say I like the Drool and Gruel.
So is my wife. She is Halloween through and through. Our house is decorated very nicely, but it is Halloween all year round in this house.
It would be here, but I can't get away with it.
Yeah, I don't care. When we got this house, she kept asking me, what do you want this wall painted? What do you want this color? How should I decorate? And I'm like, you just do what you do. I really don't care. So she gets to do whatever she wants. I am going to open up these boxes here. Give me just a second.
You're good.
Let's
are you doing, Kitty?
I'm sure people will rotate in and out. There we go. If you guys would like to come up in the box, maybe you got some questions. We are basically done with the podcast. I appreciate each and every one of you coming in here. Pretty Lures, I appreciate you guys coming in and sponsoring me and believing in this podcast. I do like to call it the Pondcast. It's not a typical podcast. It is all live. So when we mess up or something, you get to see it, and we all get to laugh about it. So appreciate everybody coming in. You're more than welcome up in the box. All I ask is that you be generous and nice. If you're not, we're going to have to ask you to leave. We typically don't ban or kick anybody out, but just use your manners. That's all I ask. Thanks for coming in, Miss Chipper. I appreciate you, and I'm sure we will see you again. That is it for tonight. We will be doing another one. I'm doing them every 2 weeks. I kind of need your guys' opinions. Do you want to see more of these? Would you like me to switch to weekly?
That would be nice.
I felt like 2 weeks was a little long, but it also takes me a minute to decide who to bring up. I want to get to everybody, absolutely everybody, and it's going to take a long time. So we'll keep these coming for sure.
I say weekly.
You say weekly? Uh-oh, Brasher says weekly.
Everybody say weekly.
Thump Candy says weekly. Weekly would be nice. Don't make it a job. I appreciate that. Yeah. I try and keep everything fun and lighthearted.
That's the one you gotta get, Bear.
Yeah. I have a couple people in mind already, and I usually ask around. You know, I like to know other people's opinions too. This podcast is not just about me. It's about you guys. It's about all the bait makers. It's about the community, period. That Bear says no. He
was giving
you're going to have
out.
to do it at some point. Bear says no. We'll have to change that to a yes. Some people are not, they don't want to be on camera and isolated to the questions.
I was literally nervous the whole day, and you can ask Chipper. Yep. The closer it got, and I'm like, I'm not a get on stage type of person.
You did great. You did great. I'm always nervous because I have to keep the ball rolling, right? And there's a few people that I really want to interview, and my job as the interviewer is to keep the ball rolling. So some people are tougher than others, and that's just how it is. Some people are really camera friendly, and they'll jump on here and they're just ready to go and talk. And I gotta draw them back to the questions and kind of keep things flowing. But you did a great job. I appreciate you coming on. I know you were a little bit nervous, and I started texting you before this was gonna start, and you seemed like you were ready. So I try and get on here about 15 minutes, maybe before it starts, just to kind of get everybody in here and kind of get things rolling.
I got a text message from Chipper while I was at work, And he goes, Uncle Corey wants to talk to you. And I'm like, it's about the podcast, I guarantee.
That's when I want to
Because
talk to
I
people.
missed it. I missed your first one because I was at work. I literally had my phone out half the night, waiting to
Yeah.
see when it started, and that time where I didn't have time to look at my phone was the time that you were on.
Oh,
So I got on towards the very end, and I'm like, well, I gotta wait till the next time now. I didn't expect to be the next person.
I'm trying to pick from everywhere, everybody. You know, nobody is out of reach. There is one person I keep looking at, and I know everybody sees her. I don't know anything other than the lures that I see, and it's of course the name's gonna leave me. Um,
Think you
little
were.
little lure river lady.
Hmm.
What's her name? Somebody knows it. Help me out here. Um, yeah, I think it's something like that. Um, yeah, she does. She does a lot of glide baits, real realistic. I'll have to post her name. I keep throwing comments on her page and stuff just to kind of get a conversation going because I don't want to be the creepy person who just pops up out of nowhere like, "Hey, would you like to be on the podcast?" uh,
That would be a good one.
Little River Lure Lady, it's something like that. It's a tongue twister, but she does a really good job as well. But there's just so many people. I had one friend of mine make the comment of, I wouldn't do it weekly because you might run out of people. And the more I'm doing this and looking at how many people there are, it's going to be a while before I'd run out of people. I can think of 30 people off the top of my head right now that I would love to get on here. And for the most part, people are willing to be on here. And I'm just using you as an example, Bear, not one way or the other, but some people are exactly like that. They're like, no, absolutely not. Don't ask me. Because as soon as I start to put out those little feeler hints, they're like, nope, don't ask me. I don't want to do it. But yeah. Time to relax. You can get up in here, Chipper. Get up in here and shout out where you're going to be for this expo.
Yeah, make him do that.
Shout out your website.
I'm gonna sit here and screw with his bait
Little
because I
River
started.
Lure Lady. I knew that was her name. LLC. Thump Candy said it right there. She does some amazing work. And it seems to me she only does the bigger glides and stuff. Mad Mexican. Thank you, sir. I hope you all enjoyed it tonight. I know I had a good time. I hope you enjoyed yourself, Miss Chipper. I know it can be
Yes,
a
I
little
did.
nerve-wracking. So my wife
Yep, I had
actually
a great
tunes
time.
in, which lets me know I'm doing something right. Because anytime I'm on a live, she's like, yeah, I'm watching The Walking Dead.
That's me.
She's yelling in the background. I can hear her already. What'd you say? From the living room. You're doing a great job, honey. You're watching? Oh, she was. I didn't shout her out last time she was in the podcast because I didn't think she wanted to be, but she does tune in. Sage. For those of you who don't know, Sage is my niece, Sage Peace. So she knows Aunt Rachel very well. Bass smuggler. That's all right, man. You'll catch the next one. I think we might try it once a week here starting soon. This is only my second one. So if you guys think I'm comfortable, you're wrong. I'm quite nervous before the podcast. I actually had the whole day off again. This never happens. When I did the first one, I had the whole day off. So I had the whole day off to think about it. And today I had the day off. So I had the whole day to think about it. Thanks, Rainbow. I appreciate it. What is your
What's
favorite
my favorite?
stencil? Oh, she has one. She's going to dig it out. The spider web.
That is one of my favorite stencils. That and crackle mesh, I'd have to say, are my two favorite.
One of my favorite things to do is crackle a bait. Whether you're doing the regular crackle, so like just a 2-color, where you're doing like a base coat of white and then a black over top and getting that white to crackle through it. Or I actually learned how to make that kind of rainbow crackle, right? Where you can do the bait different colors underneath and then spray it in your black or your white over top. And all those colors crackle through. I think the last bait I did like that, somebody called it like the Jolly Rancher or something. That is one of my favorite baits to do. Another one of my favorite baits to do is my ghost bait. I know a lot of people like that, and it's a very cut and dry bait. Actually, somebody else made the stencil for me. It was S&J Lures that made the stencil for me, and I think he had used it once, but he sent it to me and I threw it directly on a 2.5 and just started spraying, just messing around, and just kind of put these faces all the way down the side of the bait. And I put it up there and people actually liked it a lot. And he goes, look at that. I send you my stencil and all of a sudden I can't use it. So shout out to him for that stencil. Why you love spiders? Oh,
Actually, I don't like, I'm not a spider person at all. But I have snakes. I am the snake lady.
Miss Chipper. Snakes. No, we don't like snakes, Stump Candy, at all. There's S&J. Snakes. I can't stand snakes. No snakes. Somebody named TRS sent me a package with a bunch of snakes in it. Luckily, they were like tiny. I am so afraid of snakes. I'm surprised I'm not afraid of worms. Let's put it that way. I don't know what it is. I've never been bit, but if I am out fishing, because I bank fish and boat fish both, and I run across the snake, immediately all the hair stands up on my arms. I will run you over. I don't care who I'm fishing with. If you're in the way, you're going down, because I am moving fast.
I got one no. My other two girls are perfectly fine. We have two ball pythons.
Oh, you guys are the ones that have them. That's right.
Yeah, we have two ball pythons. And then we have a California king snake. She's psycho.
No.
That snake is faster than anything I've ever seen attack something. And she'll just shoot right at you, too.
I can't do it. My palms are sweaty just talking about snakes, people. My palms are sweaty.
Yeah, I have 3 snakes. I have a 40-gallon fish tank with fish in it. We have 2 sharks, and I think there's a couple tetras in there and mollies.
Mm-hmm.
We're snake owners, so we have to be rat owners too because that's food.
Correct.
So I have 2 pet rats in my daughter's room. Those are her babies. And then my son decided he had to have a mouse. So yeah, I run a zoo over here.
Mm-hmm. You can keep it over there.
Hey, I even have 3 dogs to go along with it.
Yeah. We're the typical pet people. The dogs and cats. That's good enough right there. And look at Chipper and 3 dogs.
Well, I have a dog that comes to hear kitty kitty.
There you go. Why?
He's got radar ears. He's a blue heeler mixed with mountain feast. Come here, kitty. Come here, kitty.
Come here, kitty.
Come here. Kitty. Look, up here. Come on. Come on. Come on.
All pets are camera shy.
Come on. Oh, fat boy.
Oh, look at the puppy. I don't know what it is, but you can see the nervousness on him.
Yeah.
Anytime, like my wife will see the dog and the cat like sleeping together, and she'll be like, "Oh, I gotta get a picture of that." She'll get out her camera, and those pets will wake up out of a dead sleep and run opposite ways. Like, nope, no pictures.
He doesn't like to be picked up.
No, we have a corgi.
He'll do it,
like
but
that.
yeah, he doesn't like to be picked up. He's a good 50-pound dog. He's the kid that gets all the scraps. Because my kids.
Let's invite some people up in here. Everybody's being shy. We'll invite some
That's
people up in here.
my son come upstairs. I was painting. It's been a minute ago. He come upstairs. He started crying. I'm like, "What are you crying for? What's wrong?" Sissy fed kitty Oreos. I'm like, as long as it wasn't a whole bunch, he should be okay. But he's going, "She killed my dog, Mom." I'm like, he's fine. And there's the other 2.
Did you a corgi? No, I said I have a corgi. Wow. It goes south in here real fast.
Hey, there's so many dirty-minded people. It's
I'm
unreal.
telling you. What's up, Chipper?
Trying to catch up on plastics.
Trying to
Give me
catch
one
up.
of
That's
these to
never going to
paint.
happen. Oh, is that a chrome, like, peanut popper, isn't it?
Yeah, he gave me one of these to paint. I gotta figure out how to do that.
You guys are all welcome up in the box. You want in the box, just request. We'll let you up in here. I invited a few people just to invite some people, but you're all welcome.
I mean, I got stuff already taped off and ready to go, but
There you go.
I'm glad it is.
Send some gifts out to you. No, I really appreciate you
Thank
coming
you.
on.
I had fun. I really did.
Good. Good. I try and keep it lighthearted, interesting, and I do ask questions, but I probably got 25 questions here, and I never get through them all because typically the questions are just to get the conversation flowing. And if something's flowing good conversation, like the clear coat or baits or who got you started, stuff like that, we just kind of keep going with it. You're off to bed. Bye, Sage. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, I lucked out not having kids this week, or
Finish
the
my
one you
shirts.
the one that you told her she was the boss now sits in everybody's desk seat, and I'm the boss. She does. She'll go down and sit at his desk and go, I'm the boss.
Wow. Well, that must be true.
She do, yeah, 90% of the time.
Trying to do another Phoenix lure. Appreciate it, North Waters. Thank you, sir. Hopefully everybody had fun with that cast as well. We'll do another one. I am going to plan the next one. I think I might keep it at 2 weeks again.
Well, you got to get through the holidays, too.
Yeah, especially with all Christmas and New Year's and all that coming up. I'm going to be out of town quite a bit here, running back and forth, and which I'm sure my other niece who lives here in Ohio doesn't mind. She'll get the whole house to herself with a bunch of dogs. So she has no problem coming over here. She said as long as we keep the fridge full, she's good. So we go out and buy a bunch of her favorite snacks and stuff, and she sits around with the dogs and soaks up the TV.
Hey, that works.
These add to it. Well, good. I'm trying to add more and more. I actually figured out the green screen, guys. I put up this whole banner behind me, and this thing is just hanging here. I went and had a huge banner printed, and then I finally figured out the green screen. I am working towards figuring out how to use the live a lot to my advantage. It was kind of a quick thing. I've had the podcast in my head for months and months and months. But I had never mentioned it on the live, and I think my wife said it best. When I mentioned it on the live, it was subconsciously, I think I was pushing myself in to do it. But, well, I knew once I mentioned it on the live, I better get to doing it.
Yeah, you were pretty much done. Once it was announced, you were doing it.
Yeah. And I think Swamp Rooster says it best. I got the voice for the radio, but I sure got a face for radio, too. I said that to somebody, and they didn't quite get it. I'm like, he's saying I'm ugly. He's saying my face is a good one for radio because you never have to see it. What's everybody else into tonight? Everybody just painting away? Bass Smuggler. I'm going to get with him again yet. I have a whole soundboard that I could never get working. I could use it for the microphone and everything, but I think there was a setting in my phone. It won't let me do any sound effects or anything. And I have them here at the bottom of the screen. But this being the second time I've done this, I haven't quite gotten the knack for keeping up with the conversation and hitting this stuff at the same time. We'll get there. I think I've had 3 or 4 people tell me Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yep. That's the truth. Although some people do think it does build itself in a day.
You're not kidding. It takes a while to get into all this stuff. And every time we choose something new, it takes more and more money.
Oh, yeah.
More time. It always starts off as a hobby.
How much more?
Well, I have about 6 hobbies sitting within 5 feet of me.
Yeah. How much more what?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I said...
More and more money. I said, how much more?
As much as it takes.
I got a sewing machine sitting here. I got 100, maybe 150 candles. I have the big, oh, these are the wreaths and stuff I make.
Yeah, let's see one of those.
This one is my favorite. This one's my front door wreath.
What's up, Barrett? Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, I do the crazy stuff. It's got
It's a
spiders on
Halloween
it and
wreath.
everything
Oh, they
else.
put me in.
You want it in. You don't have to be in, buddy.
Oh,
But
I
yeah.
was driving. How you guys doing? Nice podcast again.
Thank you. We're doing
Thank
good.
you.
Podcast.
The Pondcast. Beneath the surface.
Hey,
I've gone on
by the
kinds of
way,
different ones.
the BSI from Pretty Lures comes with brushes.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
Ooh, that looks good too.
I do all kinds of different ones. I got Ohio State one sitting over here. So I made it for somebody. They didn't come get it. It's been sitting here ever since. It was supposed to go somewhere. I don't know.
Is it the blue brushes that I have?
Yep.
Here, let me show these real quick.
Thank you.
Boom. So if you guys do get the BSI at Pretty Lure, it does come with these blue brushes. They're like a medium firmness, right? So I really like these. I have tried, I couldn't tell you how many different style of brushes. I probably got 15 or 20 over here. I do like these. They work really well. These, the hair does not pull out of them. I started using some, they're called the acid brush, right? So it looks like this.
Yep.
And all the time I was having to pick the hair out. I would sit here and pluck it and pull it and make sure it was ready. I've never had to do that with these. These are just ready to go.
Those acid brushes work good to flick like the blood red on.
Yep, that's what this is now. Notice it's all cut down so I can just use it to flick.
Yep.
Yep. But I do like these brushes. Like he said, if you get the BSI there, it comes with some of these brushes. I've already bought, because if you don't know, when you're doing BSI, as soon as you're done with the brush, it's done. You can't
It's done.
use
Throw it away.
Yep. So I bought probably 150 or so now.
Oh, yeah.
So they really have a lot of stuff over there. If you guys have never checked it out, go check it out. Nobody said you had to get anything there, but definitely go check it out. It might surprise you. They're starting to do some exclusive stuff as well. That means blanks that you can't get anywhere else. The Pretty Kitty is one of them. I just finished one of those catfish blanks, and boy, I barely got done with the clear coat, and it was gone.
Yeah, we are going to be carrying Gaston glides now, too. We'll be the exclusive seller for them.
Nice. I'm excited. And you've got the new resin crawl. I do not have one here. I haven't gotten one from you yet, but they do have a resin crawl.
That one's got an end on it.
I know, but it's probably all tied together.
What about
air
it?
compressor?
They automatically work. I gotta get some air. This cold temperatures made my tires low.
You'll have that.
Yeah, so
The snow we got last night.
the Gaston glides, and we have that resin crawl, and we got 5 other resin baits that we'll be making too. And Rosalie ordered up the laser, so we're gonna be doing the stencils pretty heavy after January.
Nice. trying to become that one-stop place. And for those of you who don't know, it is Rosalie and Barrett Bates who run Pretty Lure. So this stuff's been tried out. It's been tested. He actually knows because he uses the stuff. So if you have any questions, don't be afraid to throw them in there. When you go to Pretty Lure, I almost said it, but when you go to Pretty Lure, there is always a help box down there. Definitely ask the questions. You'll get some answers.
They can also, anytime, they can contact me too if you need a quicker answer.
Yep. I'll tell you what, that was one of the first things I noticed. I had one question, and all of a sudden I had the answers and personally talking to me. The customer service is unreal. It's unreal. They know how important it is to us bait makers to have the answers quickly and to get your shipments quickly. Check them out.
Ephraim don't like the help box. He just messages me directly.
Yeah. You get stuff.
Yeah.
Great service there. You don't like their help box.
Yeah, he's
Enjoy
in
custom
Midland,
lures.
Texas, so he gets his stuff from us in one day.
Killjoy says, I love how easy the Pretty Lures makes it.
Oh, we stopped by and dropped off some baits to Killjoy Sunday, I believe it was.
Okay.
He left a gift for us, and we got going down the road, and Rosalie loved it. It was a Christmas bait.
It was a what?
A Christmas bait, like an ornament.
Yeah. I want one. I told the wife when I started doing this, I want to make a whole tree.
That would be cool.
I know, right? I'm the Christmas guy. She's the Halloween girl. She already has a Halloween tree. This year we actually wanted to get a Grinch tree, but I don't know if y'all have looked at those things. My
They're
goodness.
expensive as craziness.
Everybody wants the Grinch this year.
I'll do it. I got it. Need anything from inside? I'm gonna go ask him what about the air.
Must be out running around.
It has to be this one. Oh yeah, she liked it a lot. You did a really good job on it also.
Well, you have to make a post about that one when you can.
Yeah. What's cool, like, you know how it is, the community, all of us kind of support each other. And
Yes.
it's unlike anything I've ever experienced before. When we started Pretty Lures, I told her, I said, no, this is going to be different than anything you've ever dealt with, really, because we're competition, but we're always really supporting each other, and we're all friends. It's almost like family.
Yep.
And I said, and now she's seeing it. She loves it. And a lot of the people even send her baits that they bought from us, and they send them back painted. And she started a shadow box. And, I mean, we love it. We like how everybody's there helping each other, supporting each other. And I think, like this podcast, it's going to be the same way. You know, it's going to connect more people even.
That's what it's all about. That's why everybody got started, you know. It's to hang out with your buddies, and eventually those buddies become just like family. I've never met personally hardly any of them, but it feels like a close friendship. You're on here almost every day with them, so.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy Jigs.
What's up, crazy?
Yeah, it's amazing how the community works.
That was one where my KBS failed me.
Let's see.
Oh, got some horrible ridges
Yeah.
and real sticky.
You're going to find issues with any clear coat. I mean, that's
Yeah,
just
but I
the nature
never
of the
had
beast.
an issue with it before that. I've never
Yeah.
had an issue with KBS. That whole clear coat, that whole set I did, all of it was screwed up.
So you said when you use that KBS, you do them 10, 20 lures at a time. So it was like
Yeah,
every single one of them had an issue.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I was trying to get them done, and you always have to go over it a second time. That's a given. But it just, I had probably had my can open longer than I should have.
Bubba,
I
tell
got
me,
a whole.
thank
Go
you
ahead.
for getting out of the big box. These guys, I tell you, there's no pleasing them.
Is there something going on with the air? How do you turn the air on? Is it pressure
Oh,
gun?
that's right. I got that sticky note in one of my packages. That's you.
Who?
Hard to find.
Oh, it is. Nice.
Ready no more.
Do you see Rainbolt's comment there? What kind of heat do you have? He says if you have propane heat, it will mess with it.
No, we have gas, I think.
Yeah.
That is propane.
It is propane.
Okay.
But now let's put this factor into it. Chipper does the exact same clear coat. Now, are you doing it in your room and he's doing it down in his room? So it's two different. And you had the mishap when you were up in your room doing yours.
Yeah. And when I'm downstairs, I'm perfectly fine.
It's gotta be something to do
The
with
temp
the temp.
temperature is the only thing I could think of.
Is it colder up there, you're saying?
Yeah. It's hotter in the summer and it's colder in the winter up here.
So I ended up moving my entire operation out of my garage. I was like, oh, I'm gonna weather seal the garage and I'm gonna heat and I'm gonna cool it. And the more I realized how much temperature matters, I was like, you know what? I paid for the house. I'm going inside. And of course my wife didn't care. She kept telling me to come inside, but I was trying to keep my whole hobby mess out in the garage. But now that I'm in here, I don't have some of the issues that I was having with like my clear coat or my
I
paint.
don't have my energy drink.
Yeah.
So that could have a lot to do with it. Okay, I can turn down some of these lights. My goodness, I added lights everywhere. Blinded.
Okay.
My wife doesn't even come in here when I'm doing stuff like this because I've got LED lights behind here and off to the sides. And I was talking with Bass Smuggler, who's been helping me on and off here and there. And he's done stuff like this. And he's like, man, you got to get some lighting in front of you as much as you do behind you. So
Right.
I started messing with that. We'll see. Yeah, each room, different humidities. It's amazing how much all that affects it, especially the clear coat. You switch to an automotive clear coat and never look back. Killjoy. What automotive clear coat? If you don't mind saying, you don't have to. Yeah, right, Bass Smuggler? Yeah. You had to get a dehumidifier? Yeah. I'm telling you, there's the weather, period, affects everything.
Yeah.
I'm in the most, I guess, central room of the house. It's only one wall to the outside, and it's got brand new windows and door, and so not a lot of the weather gets through.
Right.
You still out there plowing snow, Bubba? Is he still in here? Yeah, he's in here. He's up New York. They're supposed to be getting a ton of snow.
I got home probably around midnight last night and it wasn't snowing here yet.
Wow.
So it came in a short period of time.
Yeah. Killjoy says, I've been using the Finish one for about a year now with no issues yet.
Finish one.
Wit, what's up? Appreciate the heart. Welcome in, Tom. We got Critters in here, Mad Mexican, Holly, North Waters, Rainbow, Bubba, Bass Smuggler, Swamp Rooster, Twisted Richie, Tim, Killjoy, Wit. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Everybody's welcome up in the box. I can make more. Dipper's busy. He ain't said 2 words. Let's put him in the big box.
Oh, don't put me in the big box.
It's too late and your hands are busy. You can't even get out of here now if you wanted to.
Sure I can.
How much more you got to pour for this event?
A lot.
A lot. So you guys are taking hard baits, plastics, what else?
Hopefully just hard baits and plastics.
Okay.
Jerseys, hats. I also
The same
am
as
raffling
Tim.
off a tackle bag with baits in it at every show.
Yeah.
Critters is part of that raffle. So anytime you spend $10 in either one of our booths, you get a raffle ticket. So you buy $100 worth of baits from either one of us, that's 10 tickets.
There you go.
So
And that one's down in Columbus, or?
I'm going to the National Fishing Expo in Columbus, which is the last weekend in January, and then I'll be at the JDM show in Akron, and that's the second weekend of March.
Okay. I'm going to try and catch you up at that one. Akron is, it's a good hour and a half, maybe.
That's the it's at the Summit County Fairgrounds.
Okay. I'm going to try and keep up with you and try and make it out to that one.
Remember, they give away a whole bass tracker at that one.
Nice. They give me one, then I can sell the one I have.
You might want to keep your pro team if you got a pro team.
It's a 170 Pro. It's not the Pro Team. It's just the 170, basically. You've got, it's middle of the road. I've added a lot to it, though. We upgraded all the electronics, the trolling motor. I really like that new trolling motor. The spot lock, the jog, contour. It does it all.
I mean, if you win it, just remember, some of us have blown up motors on our boats right now.
You just need the motor?
I take the whole boat at this point, but I'm still running around a 1985 Cheetah, okay?
Hey, man, as long as it floats and goes. Well, at this point, it doesn't go, but...
It floats and it goes forwards,
Oh, okay.
but my transmission is shot, so...
No backwards.
No backwards.
Yeah. I've been blessed. I've been lucky.
Only we knew somebody selling a boat.
Yeah, but that's a John boat.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I mean, it's still a boat that floats and has a motor.
I mean, I would have been ecstatic if I would have gotten up to Lake Erie and won, the walleye bash and won that boat.
Yeah, right. I don't really keep up on that. I don't know who won that.
I think it was like a 12-pound walleye that won it this year.
Yeah. Wow. I know Hillbilly Fish Slayer. He lives for that thing. When we did our podcast, that's what he was doing. He's like, I hate to tell you, but I'm going to be fishing during this thing. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit worried, but he done a great job he had a light set up, he had his earbuds in, and it really went well. But local guy just shy of 12 pounds. There you go. North Waters keeps up with it.
Yeah, I gotta find time to sit down and paint again for this expo.
I'm sure you already had a bunch of baits ready.
Not as many as I want to.
Yeah. They go that fast when you're there, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's a 3-day show.
Yeah. And people are there for one reason, and that's to buy lures. And I'm sure they have all the boats and the rods and reels and all that there.
Boats, rods, reels.
Yeah.
Fishing
gear in general.
Yeah. Anything you could ever think of is there.
Yep.
Plus demonstrations.
How was it out there?
I mean, I think there's 5 stages this year.
I think Get Ugly Fishing will be down there too. He owns that Highway Baits over here.
Get Ugly will be at the National Fishing Expo. For anybody that does not know, he is the promotions guy for the National Fishing Expo.
Oh, okay.
So he runs all their social media.
Gotcha. He's invited me over there to Highway Baits, and it's not 5 miles from my house. I just haven't made it out there.
I mean, he invites me up all the time. I just haven't gotten up there.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple different places that I visit quite often, and their selection over at Highway Baits has really grown as far as bass fishing, right? I'm a bass guy. I don't fish for walleye and perch and all that stuff. And they have a lot of that as well. But their bass fishing section has grown tremendously.
He is at the trade show up in Niagara Falls this week, and they are growing it even larger.
Yep. And he's on lives. He's on here not often, but he's on here quite a bit.
The closer we get to show season, the more he'll be live.
Yeah. That's a little bit of a haul for you to check out. Where are you out of, critters? What state? I forget.
He's in Ohio.
Is he?
Yeah.
He must be way southern Ohio.
He's out there around Dayton.
Okay. Yeah, that's still quite a bit of a haul. Dayton's 3 hours from here, at least. Three, four, something like that. I haven't gotten down to southern Ohio much. It's hard to leave all the fishing up here, you know?
Oh, the fishing.
I mean, I've been going out on this lake for only 5 years now, and I find something new every time. With only a 17-foot boat, right? I don't go out to the big water.
Right.
I stay in all the channels and bays and nooks and crannies and stuff like that, because for those of you who have never fished Erie, this lake will swallow you whole if you're not careful. So I am extremely careful because I love my boat and my life. So I watch what I do. And even out here in Sandusky Bay, I have found myself in trouble. Those waves start crashing against each bank and then coming back to the center and hitting each other. And it makes it to where there's no wave. Like, you know, when it's super wavy somewhere, most of the time you can get on top of a wave and just kind of ride with it. Not out here. They're crashing together. They make almost like a diamond shape. So there's no consistent way the waves are going. Makes it difficult. And believe it or not, the guy who fishes with me cannot swim.
I mean, believe it or not, my great-grandfather drowned on Lake Erie
Yeah. There's
and couldn't swim.
that sucks.
Yep.
If we ever come out there, you can jump in our 19-foot Warrior. Yeah. I think if you're going to go Erie, it's got to be comfortably, like 19 foot is pretty comfortable, but it's got to be that deep V. I know, I understand these guys get out here in their bass boats and they do just fine in their, 24 footer or whatever it is, but it's still dangerous. The problem is those waves start coming over, and it's not that they're coming over, right? Most boats are what they call unsinkable, but your bilge pump can't keep up with it, which gets you in the most trouble. So I realize these bass boats will cut through the waves and they do really well, but if I don't test it, I don't have to find out. Classic. Shaking the paint. Everybody keeps saying to buy a paint shaker.
I have one. I
I've
don't
never
use
looked
it.
into the price of a paint shaker. You got one, Chipper?
Yep.
Do you?
Yep.
Does it work good?
Nope.
No, I said nope.
My backup does.
What's that?
I said my backup paint shaker, the one upstairs.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. Oh.
Man, I'm getting the evil eyes. I can see it.
I bet you are. She ain't gonna put up with that.
I'm okay with sleeping on the couch.
What's up, Thumb Candy?
Wow.
Oh, I'm gonna stand up for a second. I finally bought me a comfy chair, but they're only comfy for so long.
If I get out of this chair, it hurts. I hurt for days. It gets crazy.
Holly and I were in 5-footers on the Lake of the Woods and never took a wave over the side, front or back. There you go. It's a deep V though, right? Your boat's a deep V. I know it is. I've seen it. Deep V's are the way to go out here. I was going to say, isn't that why we have kids? Make them shake the paints.
Mine would take off with them. At least one of them would.
In the middle of the night and paint themselves with it.
Yeah. 4 o'clock the other morning, I got woke up to my daughter was covered in Expo marker, head to toe. I'm just glad she didn't find a pair of scissors. She could have butched her hair.
Kids will do that. Are your kids showing any interest in the hobbies that you guys do?
No.
No. I figured I'd ask.
The 4-year-old likes coming down here and making bait, but
What are the ages though?
7 and 4.
7 and 4? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe later in life.
My son don't want nothing to do with nobody but his tablet.
Yeah, well.
if you say the dreaded W word, he runs.
Yeah.
I think that's about every kid. Yeah, I've got some baits I would like to get done here. I've been started on this, the duck from Pretty Lure, but I haven't really done much with it. I have some ideas. It's another one of those baits that I get them and then I ponder on them forever. And eventually I get them made up. I have one that I did, Hinkle. Let me see if I can grab it here. It may already be spoken for. So I finished this guy.
Well, that's pretty.
It's got that scale pattern on it. I think I finished that. I don't know. I had it in Saturday's auction with Swamp Rooster. But it's also not a, $12 starting price. So.
Right.
Thanks. Appreciate it. But yep, I told somebody I'd pull it down out of the auction until I talked with them a little more. So it's setting off to the side for now. It's those baits. Maybe it's just me. But it's the baits that I'm like, man, that looks really good. and I'll put them up in the auction, and I might have them for a month. Nobody will bid on them. And then I have other baits where I'm like, nah, I don't like the way it turned out. Maybe I did a good job on it, but I just don't like the way it turned out. And they're instantly sold. Maybe it's just me, but that's the way it seems to go. Let's see here. I didn't mean to do that. Get rid of that. There we go. That smoke. Yeah, he's out plowing snow. I am probably not going to be on too much longer. I got some things I need to get done before it's bedtime. And anybody who knows me knows that's right at about 10 o'clock. I'm an old soul in a young body. So, but I do appreciate everybody coming in and showing support and hanging out here after the live. Definitely. And we're going to do it again here in 2 weeks. Anybody who's still in here, don't be afraid to send me a message and tell me who you think you would like to see up here next.
Bear!
He says bear again. If he's anywhere in here, he's going to be like, no.
I want to see everybody do it.
I do too. I think, here's what I'm thinking. I think for the next one, I'm going to go a little closer to home. And by that, I mean someone that maybe I'm in the auctions with all the time. I didn't want to do that at first. I wanted everybody to get a chance to be in here, and I wanted people to see that this is not just for people that I know personally. This is for everybody. And of course, I know Miss Chipper personally, but like Hillbilly Fish Slayer, I just knew him in his lives. I don't think I've ever even been in one of his lives, so we'll just have to see how it goes. But if you guys want, go ahead and send me a personal message.
Guys?
What's that?
I said you got tires and jig makers and soft bait makers. There's a big, wide open area you can get.
Yeah.
They don't all
there definitely is. That's why I always ask the question when somebody's in here, what else do you do? Like, maybe nobody even knew she likes to crochet. Miss Chipper likes to crochet and do all this other stuff. You've seen some of her wreaths that she does. All that's interesting to everybody. Of course, this is a bait making community, but in the end, it's a hobbyist community. You know, you never know. The next person I have up might be like, yeah, well, I started off in RC cars and painting RC bodies or something like that. I know there's guys out there that do that as well.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, I ran into that, and the bait making community and the RC community are like side by side in a lot of ways because they follow us.
You don't say.
Is that what you do?
I mean,
there you go.
There you go. Hey, Chipper.
Yeah.
I heard you had a whole bunch of hook covers.
I'm getting your order done.
All right, just let us know whenever you're ready. And we'll talk about how you want us to do it all, too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
See, and that's what I mean. All these people do all this different stuff, and you wouldn't even know it. You know, I know TRS does crocheting as well. I think that's how I found out about Miss Chipperbaits doing crocheting. I think you guys were talking about it one night. I could be mistaken, but
I've posted stuff too, so
yeah. So, man, Maybe that's how we should start addressing it. This is a hobbyist community. It's not just baits, but that is the only thing I really do. My other hobby is fishing.
Those are hook covers.
Holy cow.
Oh yeah, I counted the other ones.
What's that?
Sit and count all them hook covers. I did the other ones. Oh yeah, I did the big ones for pretty lures.
I will leave that up to you guys. One thing I've always hated, no matter what job I had, was doing inventory and counting like that. So
I'm good
monotonous.
as long as nobody speaks.
Yeah, and then you gotta restart.
Yeah.
Oh, I made sure, and the ladies at my job were going through the warehouse of pool supplies, and they were counting everything. And I walked in there and started talking, and immediately they were like, "Shh, just get what you need and go away." Of course, I couldn't do that. I just had to start shouting out numbers. It messed them up. Mr. Culver, what's up, buddy? Where have you been?
Look, they sprayed the road.
It's like you abandoned us.
See them stripes?
Yeah.
That's for ice.
Yep. They're putting down that chemical.
Yep.
Brian.
Well, the salt only works down to like what? 20 degrees?
Yeah.
Something like that.
like that.
So you spray that chemical and it works down lower.
We got a long road ahead of us.
Bet you do.
About 24 hours, 23 hours.
Oh my goodness. Well, my
Would you
hat's
drive
off to
the
you.
other
If it
side of
was
the
that far,
country?
I'd be flying.
What was that, Miss Chipper?
I said, what'd you do? Drive the other side of the country?
Yeah, from Texas, I got to go to California.
Oh, wow.
No thanks.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Yep.
I think I would have to say 6 to 8 hours is my max when it comes to driving distance. If it's any longer than that, we're flying. And that's saying something because I am terrified to fly.
Maybe come next year, maybe we'll be up there in your area for that other expo where your guys are.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
We got the one in Alabama mid-January, and we're going to see how that goes. And if it goes good, we're going to try to hit like a little expo tour for the following year.
There you go. Try California to Miami in a box truck. Try no thank you. Was it the back of the box truck or were you driving? No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. Wow, that's tough. That would have been Mexico to California there.
I think Bass Smuggler used to tour around quite a bit. That's kind of why I asked that question. Production truck. That's, yeah.
Yeah, that one's
I know when it comes to music and production and concerts and all that stuff, sometimes everybody piles in one vehicle. We've been good. Corey, how you been?
Well,
You
Corey,
just
I'm going to
missed the whole
hop on and
podcast.
watch this road. And thanks again, and it was another success.
Hey, I appreciate you stopping in, man. I know you're busy, and I hope everything goes as good as it can for you, buddy.
Alrighty. Well, thank you.
All right.
See
We'll
you
talk
guys
to you
later.
guys soon.
All right. Bye.
Yeah.
I'll get them a message. Excuse me, sent off for road cone. I'm sure they were listening, so they probably have it all taken care of. But
Yeah.
well, I think that is about it for me. Doing better now. Got really sick for a minute. Yeah, you need to get back in here, man. There's so many new people, they don't even know who you are. You need to get back in here immediately. Have a good one, Bass Smuggler. Appreciate you coming in. What's up, Coon Creek Bait? It is not going to be long, and I am going to shut it down. But don't forget, guys, send me a message. Who would you like to see up here next? If I get enough messages of the same person, I will definitely talk to them, and then we'll get it announced. You're tying mostly now, though? What's that got to do with anything? We got all kinds of people in here that do different stuff. We need some good tires in the auctions. I've actually got a guy coming in Bubba's Thursday auction. He's a chatterbait, buzzbait, swing jig. He does all that stuff. Bass Cat. Yep, North Waters is the tire. Thump Candy is. Crazy Jigs is. I don't even know if you've met half these people there, Culver. He's been out of the game for quite a few months now. I know him and his family moved houses, and man, that's an undertaking. Especially when it comes to, I got to move houses, but then I also got to set up my whole bait shop again. You'd love to come back, say when? Anytime, man. Send me a message. Let me know what you want to do. I'm always in the Thursday auction, and then I do an every other Saturday. There's an auction that I'm in, and then I cut it off at that. I would love to be in more, but I cut it off at that because right now it's every other Tuesday, and it may become every Tuesday. I'm on here doing the Pondcast. So that's something new that I started. This is only the second episode, so you guys need to make sure and tune into that. You guys will meet a lot of new people in here. Yep. Everybody's on daily just to BS for sure. Yeah. I don't think you know North Waters, and maybe not Thump Candy or Crazy Jigs. They're all on here quite a bit with us now, and man, there's just a lot of people. The community's growing every day. Make sure and get back in here tomorrow. Somebody will be live tomorrow, I'm sure. What is tomorrow? Wednesday. Yeah. You have to get back in the swing of things, man. All right. I appreciate everybody coming in, everybody showing your support. Miss Chipperbaits, I really appreciate you taking the time off of work to come in here and just hang out with us and let me ask you tons of questions. And some of them I know you didn't have the answers to right away, or you did and you really didn't want to answer them, but I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And we'll get back on here. You guys watch for the posts. I'm going to make some more posts. I'm trying to get better at that. I'll start trying to get everybody's logos around and get them in there. But it's kind of tough to do with everything else I have going on as well. So I tend to put up the text posts and let you know who's coming up next. I usually know within a week who it's going to be. And we're going to do it again in 2 weeks. I don't have a calendar right in front of me, so hang on, I kind of do. 2 weeks. So it'd be the 16th. We would do another one. I know a lot of people are busy with Christmas and stuff, but I'm going to keep it going. I don't want to take any time off. And let people think that this is going to disappear. So give me 2 weeks. I'll have a new person ready to go. T-Town Customs, what's up? And I'll start making those posts and let you guys know who it is. Make sure you send me a direct message and let me know who you'd like to see next. I appreciate y'all, and I hope you have a good night, okay? See ya.
Bye.